You got more makeup on your teeth. Did you get new lipstick?
No.
Did you know
What?
that laughter is good medicine?
I did know this.
Why don't we do it more?
I don't know.
I try to be serious. No, I am serious way too much sometimes.
Right.
And try to just, my nature is to just be intense.
Yeah.
But sometimes we have to just relax and we have to just laugh and we have to just have a good time.
Yep.
And so today's podcast, we're going to answer some questions that have been submitted by people in the Tug of More army.
That's right.
That are just going to be fun.
Hopefully we're going to laugh a little bit.
And so this one's just for all of you that have been engaging and asking questions, posting, commenting, sharing, all the things. You've been asking us just kind of some fun questions. So we're going to take some time. But before we do, for you that have been watching and engaging, we've got some Tug of More merch for you. So if you want a merch, if you want a shirt, we've got them for you.
Yes.
Where can they get them?
livingchurch.com/store.
/store.
Yep. So that's our church. You can go to our church website store.
And we got all kind of other gear. You're rocking a new shirt,
That's
Living
true.
Church
That's true.
shirt. We've got some sweatpants.
Yeah, all kind of
We dropped some sweatpants in July. in June. So, you know, if you really keep that AC cold and it's just freezing in your house,
hey,
go get some sweatpants.
The people in Canada are going to be excited.
All of our Canadian fans. Hey, if you're from Canada, please holler at us. That would be fantastic. Yes. We're now an international influence. So Rachel's wearing the sweatpants the other night and she really liked them.
No, they're good. They're comfortable.
Yeah, we got all kind of cool t-shirts on there. Okay, but I want to do something fun.
Yeah.
So, yes, you can go and buy them, but let's give some away.
Yeah.
So if this were like a youth event and I was still a youth pastor, I would
yell real loud.
I would yell real loud, and then I would have, you know, those water balloon launchers? Back in the day, we would have those water balloon launchers at youth events, and we would launch t-shirts.
Oh, okay.
Except there was one time...
Now you got me insecure.
There was one time that there was a dude launching the t-shirt and he was too tall and he like launched it and hit a kid directly in the face in the front row, bloody nose, all the things.
No.
So we would throw them out, but instead of throwing them out, we'll
mail them out.
We're going to mail them out, but let's make it like a contest.
Okay.
So if you're engaging with our content on any of our platforms, from this podcast, from this episode, we're going to enter you in. There'll be some rules in the description.
Well, yeah, I think you can watch on YouTube, but also on Facebook and Instagram, you can be engaged. So that's not necessarily where you listen to it, but that's where you can be engaged and know what's happening.
Yeah, so if you're haven't already followed us on Instagram or Facebook, do that. Help brother, sister out.
Yeah, hello.
And then if you have any questions about any area of life that you want us to answer, put them in there and you'll be entered in, and we're going to mail out a whole bunch of these shirts. But if you don't get a message from us in the next 7 days from this podcast, you didn't get one, sorry.
You didn't win.
You didn't win, but you can still go and grab one on the page. Okay. We've got another mic in the room today, and we've got some questions from E-Money.
We do.
Whoa.
Whoa.
A new voice.
You guys ready for this?
We're ready.
Alrighty. Our first question is, what is your biggest ministry fail?
Ooh.
Oh, man. A bunch.
Yeah.
When I was a youth pastor, I was preaching one time, and and in youth ministry, you'd always do the repeat after me's. And so still sometimes in big church, I'll do a repeat after me.
When they're like real dead.
They're doing better though.
No. Yeah.
And so I was preaching about some crazy story in the Bible. I don't remember. And they were kind of like, I was losing them a little bit. And so I did a repeat after me, but I said, everybody say, what the... And like, it's 600 junior hires that aren't all Christians.
Right.
And so as I say, everyone say, what the, they all yell, what the F, and a bunch of them yell the F word like in unison.
Oh my gosh.
We lost the entire room. It was a disaster
Did you get fired?
No, I didn't get fired.
Reprimanded?
Yeah, reprimanded for sure. Reprimanded. But it was just an honest mistake.
No, that's really funny. I mean, ministry fail, I've done all kind of stupid junk, but usually I laugh at myself, so it helps hide it. But I did have one time where, oh man, so we were at our Matlock building This was in the season when we were doing 4 services, and we would have like 10 to 15 minute turnaround times, like super short.
8:30, 10, 11:30, and 1 services. And all live services.
Boom, boom, boom. Right. And usually on this day, I was doing the reminder dismissal, which is like the end slot. So I'm closing out the service, but then I was also for some reason doing something at the top. So I needed to hurry up and get back in service. And so I leave to go to the restroom, and there's like a line. We only have one restroom in our building, and there's a line, and then people are nice to me, which is super nice because they could recognize that I needed to hurry, so they like let me cut line. So I gotta go.
You're telling a bathroom story right now?
It's not.
I don't know what the story is.
Well, it's not bad. But I'm like in a hurry. It's been one of those days. You ever have one of those days where just like things are just going wrong?
Yeah.
Like I had gotten there that morning and had brought like a Trenta iced coffee because I'm gonna drink all of it.
Whitney be buying giant coffees and then leaves them around all over the place.
Well, at least I have them if I need it. That morning, I brought in my Trenta coffee and spilled it all over the workroom. So like all over the place.
I remember this.
And I had to have people come in and help me clean it up. And like, so I'm already a mess. And then I go to service and I gotta go to the restroom. So I'm running in. They're letting me cut in line. I go into the stall. I sit down on the toilet, like thinking, hurry, hurry, hurry. And the minute I sit down, the toilet seat cracks in half.
What did you do? Do like a DDT from the top ropes and sit down on the... She pulled a Rikishi.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what that is. Only my wrestling fans.
I have no... Usually I'm like, what? Rap? Rocky?
No, Rikishi.
Oh, now Rikishi. What are we talking about? Who is this?
God, it's probably inappropriate. Keep going.
And so I sit down, and this like in a season where I've gained a little bit of weight, so I'm already a little insecure about myself, and then I break the toilet seat. And so I'm like, what do I do? I'm sitting here. So I finish up fast, and I like take, it literally is falling off. So I take the lid with me, and I'm like, this is not going to work for the rest of the service. I can't leave it in here. So I have to go out of the stall in front of a line of women who are waiting and say like, I broke the toilet seat lid. Sorry, ladies, I'll be back. And then carry it outside. Again, we have
the packed lobby.
Yeah, we have a packed lobby of people in service. But
why didn't you just throw in the trash can?
I don't know, because I'm trying to solve it.
Listen,
and help.
Here's what every man would have done. Every man would have left it broken there and then would have told the next guy in line, been like, hey, dude, toilet seat's broke. I don't know what's up with this jank place. Yeah.
Well,
now you take it out like a trophy. Like, look at what I did.
I'm a leader of God's house, and I'm trying to be responsible. And so I'm like, run to Enrique, and I'm like, I broke the toilet seat lid. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, those 4 services were a job.
It was hard.
I would have to have somebody escort me to my office.
It's true.
So that I could sit down and take a minute and eat some chicken and green beans before the next service.
That's true.
It was bad. I couldn't even go to the bathroom.
No.
There'd be weeks I'd be peeing in a water bottle. Should I not say this on the internet?
Well,
because I couldn't. I literally, by the time it took me to get to my office from the bathroom, so many people would be talking to me and back, I wouldn't be able to even have a breath between services.
Oh, man.
That was crazy.
It was a crazy season, but laughing at myself and the fact that I broke the toilet seat lid, so I actually took a picture of it and posted it on the internet because, like not in the restroom, but just the toilet seat lid. Because, why not laugh at ourselves? Because
ministry fails. All right, what else?
Our second question is, if you weren't in ministry, what would you do?
Oh, man.
Oh, dude, I would definitely have become a WWF wrestler.
Yeah.
This would have been the goal.
Rikishi would have been your name.
Oh, God, no, I don't want to be Rikishi.
I have no idea what that is. Sorry. Is it Mortal Kombat?
No, it's just, he's a guy who has a giant butt.
Oh.
Massive butt, and he like sits on people. It's just, so I think that I don't know if I would have made it. I don't know. I'm not tall enough probably. But because those guys are all like monsters. They're all like 6'5", 6'8".
Oh, okay.
So maybe that, I don't know. Or I think I would have got into some kind of law enforcement. I think that I would like to help people, and so I probably would have went that direction.
License to kill.
Oh yeah, license to kill.
You could have been like 007 or someone like that.
Maybe no. I look tough, but I'm too tender. I don't think I could actually.
Oh, you want to help.
I think I would be a
You also want to beat up the bad guy though.
Yeah, bad guys. But sometimes James Bond, he have to be killing people. Might not be a bad guy.
Oh, okay, that's true.
And he's kind of like a man-ho. So I don't want to be a man-ho.
That's true. You still love God, even if you're not in ministry.
James Bond, he's always like, I had to sleep with her. I'm like, yeah, right, James. That was your only action of recourse.
Ridiculous. I would have probably tried to work in, I don't know. I would have tried to like work in politics and like, yeah.
Leslie Knope?
Yeah, for sure. We know this. We already know this.
Can we make
Are you going to do a side by side?
Can we make the thumbnail of this podcast Rikishi and Leslie Knope? God, I got the worst end of the deal. We have to put a picture of Rikishi in so people even know who he is.
I don't know what it is. But yeah, something like that. It's just something where I still got to be bossy and in charge and tried to take over the world all at the same time, you know?
Okay. Like Pinky in the Brain.
Yes.
Okay.
It could also be Pinky in the Brain.
Yeah.
I don't know who is who, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Something like that.
What else?
Next question. Wildest event we've ever done?
Like at Living Church?
Yes.
Wildest?
Or been to.
Or been to. Okay.
Oh, well, I don't know. We get almost kicked out of everywhere that we go.
Oh, this is true.
So anytime we're at a restaurant or something, we're told to be quiet. We had some friends over to, when we started the church, we were living in this condo.
Yes.
And the neighbors would always call the police on us.
I remember one time the police, like, literally, we're outside talking, sharing, like, good, deep stories, but laughing while we're doing it. And the police, like, drive around, like, 3 times. And I'm like, man, they're scouting something around your apartment. They're about to get somebody. And then we found out it was us. Yeah.
Man, we've done a lot of wild stuff. I think that some of the funnest are when we've had the big worship nights out at the land.
Oh, that's fun.
So in the beginning of COVID, when we weren't legally allowed to meet together indoors, we were like, well, forget this.
Yeah.
We're just going to still have service outdoors on our 36 acres. And so we brought semi-trailers in and giant sound systems and still did worship outside. And so we had like bounce houses and climbing walls and funnel cakes and you name it. We threw it out there.
No,
we had
that's true.
porta potties.
Yeah. We did everything.
Yeah. We had to like mow the lawn and have dudes walk through and kill snakes and stuff so that we could, I mean, it was crazy, the amount of work, but it was a lot of fun to be able to go out there.
Is there any other crazy events that we've done? I don't know if I can think of anything crazy.
Yeah. We did a series called Charge and a creative element. The brand of Charge was a spear.
Yeah.
And so we bought a bunch of spears. We bought like 15 spears on the internet that they used to kill hogs.
Yes.
And then we had a dude in the church build a thing out of hay bales. And we had people literally sharp spears throwing them out front of the building. And it was awesome. And I stand by the decision.
You stand by it.
Nobody got hurt.
No one did. Shockingly. Because we did not probably have enough reinforcements.
There was no safety.
There was no like line monitors or there was just probably any 7-year-old could walk up and grab a
throw a spear. Yeah, but then we've done a bunch of car smashes.
Yeah, a bunch.
And so car smashes when you get a free car and you give a bunch of people sledgehammers and baseball bats and let them beat it up.
We rented sumo suits in the auditorium for the youth team. Remember the youth department? They like did sumo wrestling in the auditorium for a youth event. That's kind of fun.
I got to tell a story.
Uh-oh.
So we did a car smash once. We had a guy in our church. He was a young guy. He had a truck that was broke down and he didn't have a title because he got it from his uncle or something. And so he didn't know what to do. So I bought it from him for super cheap.
Yes.
And so, well, anyways, this dude had been dating another girl at our church and they had broken up.
It's
and so I bring his truck to the church for the car smash.
Yeah.
And so I go into her that night and I say, hey, I bought your ex-boyfriend's truck and we're going to use it for the car smash. Do you want to come out and get some first hits? And she's like, yes. And so this cute, innocent little girl, she comes out and she takes this baseball bat and she literally morphs into a psychopath and she starts hitting the truck and crying. Tears are streaming on her face.
Carrie Underwood.
Snot's coming out. She's breaking the windshield and like hitting the tires. Her hair's flying all over the place. I never seen nothing like it. And so that's what happens with psycho ex-girlfriends sometimes.
No, there's a lot.
Well, I don't know the whole story. I don't know the whole story. I know that chick went crazy. What else?
Lord. The next question is, what's something that you've gotten away with that you probably shouldn't have?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah. I'm the super rule follower, and my mom used to tell me that she prayed every night that if I was ever about to do something wrong, the Holy Spirit would tell her so that I wouldn't, step into way too much of something that I shouldn't. And it's true. I did little things and got caught for every little thing I ever did. So I don't know if there's much I got away with.
I got a bunch.
Okay. I was just saying, we're just different. We're different personalities.
When I was a youth pastoring, we did our own camps because we had so many kids we couldn't go to like normal camps. And so I really wanted to have a mud pit at the camp, but the camp didn't have a mud pit. And so I go and talk to the one guy in charge, and he tells me, no, it's going to cause a mess. Going to have kids covered in mud walking all over the campground. It's like, man, I got to get this mud pit. So I just kept talking to people until one person told me it was a good idea. And then once this person told me it was a good idea, I started going back and telling other people that they said it was a good idea. And they're like, yeah, I guess it would be fun.
Yeah.
And so finally, after a couple people are like, yeah, this would be fun, I go and find the maintenance guy.
Yeah.
And I talk to the maintenance guy who's like the bulldozer tractor man. And I'm like, hey, Pastor Truston, here's church. Hey, I just talked with everybody up here. I talked with so-and-so, 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 and they all said this would be a great idea. And so I go over with him in the moment and have him cut like a giant hole in the ground.
Oh, my word.
And like do the mud pit and just pretended like it was allowed.
And
it's still there. They still do the mud pit and nobody even knows.
So you created something new.
Yeah, I created something new.
You're just not telling on yourself.
Because there was more.
I know, it's true.
There was another time I got asked to go. I used to work for Pastor Scott Wilson at the Oaks. And I was picking him and a bunch of speakers up from the airport in DFW. And if you don't know me, I am not very good with directions.
This is a true thing.
I'm gifted in lots of areas, but I will get lost trying to drive home.
Yes.
I get lost all the time. And so I can't figure out how to get into the airport. And I'm about to be late to pick up Pastor Scott and all these speakers. And but I'm kind of an off-road guy. And so I'm in this church van.
No.
And, in Texas, they have like the access road. And so I had to just risk it and go through this ditch and like bomb through the ditch, and it was all super muddy. And so I go and pick up Pastor Scott and all these like high-end guys to come back to the church. In
your muddy vehicle.
And the van is covered. I literally mud bogged, but I made it through. And when they all get in the van, they're like, Truston, what happened? I'm like, I have no idea.
I just picked the van
Y'all
up
got to
like
go talk to the facilities department. Somebody at the church is, man, they're losers. I don't know. It's out of gas. Look how muddy this van is.
Facility director getting written up.
Yeah, somebody's getting written up.
It's all your fault.
They didn't know.
Hey, we have also gotten lost at the airport before together trying to pick up some national office people. Remember?
Yeah, I took Dr. Sam Chan back to the airport recently, and I got so lost he almost missed his flight.
Oh, man.
And I asked a favor of a friend, hey, can you let me take him back to the airport? I have some leadership questions I want to ask him. And we were so lost that he just was like, stop talking to me. Stop asking me leadership questions. I'm going to miss my flight. Man, I felt like an idiot.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah, I felt like an idiot.
If only there was a device that told us.
I thought I knew. I thought I was like going up 35, but I thought I was on 360, and so I just jacked it up.
You went to Frisco instead of DFW.
It was bad.
Oh man, that's really funny.
Next question. If you could tell your 20-year-old self one thing, what would it be?
Chill out and hurry up. Which are kind of confusing.
No, I was going to say go, and then like the journey really is a reward.
Yeah, we're trying to be fun.
I know.
And so
this one is
so
more serious.
I want to get deeper in the question, I think.
We can have a deep question.
Okay. I would tell myself to actually deal with the problems.
Yeah. Not run from it, not skirt
Not
it.
run from it, not pretend like you're okay. Deal with your temptation. Deal with the sin in your life.
Yeah.
Deal with your insecurity. Actually find accountability, because guess what, bro? If you don't deal with it when you're 20, it's still going to be in your life when you're 30.
Right.
And I think that I let a lot of stupidity live in me for way too long.
Oh, that's good.
That I wish I would have dealt with.
No, for me, my life went out of order of my plan. And so that's what I mean in the whole go. It doesn't have to be perfectly lined up. It doesn't have to be exactly the way you planned for it to be. It doesn't have to. You don't have to be the most qualified, the most prepared. Everything doesn't have to be in order for you to just do it. Go. Don't be waiting for perfection. And then but enjoy every step of it. Yeah. I think that I was so you and I still talk about this. We know where we're going and we know where we want to be, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
And it's instead of getting frustrated that I'm not there yet, I wish there would have been more times that I would have just been oh, this moment is exactly the moment I'm supposed to be in. Enjoy it. Have fun in it. Laugh in it.
No, that's
Don't
really good.
get so bogged down by I'm not there yet. And man, I still do it. So I'm convicting myself right this minute.
As you're talking, I'm well, I know another episode we need to do, because I'm still not good at celebrating where I am.
Right.
Because there's the tug towards more.
Yeah.
And when all you're doing is thinking about what God's called you to do and the more you should be doing, it makes it hard to like,
right.
Like take a breath.
No, I'm in the new season. Easton, who is asking the questions, is my son who just graduated from high school. And like that, I think, is making me reflective of like, you know, mom life and all of these pieces. And I'm like, oh, I should have done that more there. I better start doing it more here. Yeah. And so I think that's a good one.
All right. What else?
What are some fails that you've had to navigate under your own leadership?
Oh man, so many.
So many.
Just a couple weeks ago, we broke 9 TVs all in one moment. Man. We built these big things because we're now portable, set up and tear down again.
To protect the TVs.
To protect the TVs because the little cards were breaking. And then we put them in the trailer and janked something and all of them fell over and we broke 9 50-inch flat screen TVs.
Man.
We had to navigate that one.
That one's hard.
We've got people crashing church vans.
Man.
Church trailers,
dragging the cord underneath. Remember the plug cord? And we're like, why don't the lights work?
Yeah,
wasn't
sanding
plugged in.
The thing off. We just had somebody get our tractor stuck in the ditch, and then they yanked it out with a truck, and it broke the transmission.
Oh my word! The first year that we were in charge, you see how we're saying we because good leaders just take all the
just take it all
fail hits for themselves because that's what it is. We were overseeing it. And so the first year, our youth were going on a missions trip.
Oh, this one is jacked.
And we were, man, in all kinds of areas, things were exploding and imploding, and we were doing our best to like put out every fire. And I also seem to remember that you were gone for most of that summer, so it was mostly me approving things and like looking over things.
Yeah, because I was preaching 7 youth camps.
you were working hard. You had already booked them before anyway, and you were gone. On another camp, and I remember one of the admins came to me and said, Pastor, I got to tell you something.
So jacked.
I went to purchase the mission trip tickets and
flights.
For the flights. Yeah, for the mission trip for all the youth students' money. And one of the other members of the team had said, hey, try this place on the internet. And I thought it was the same place. And so I clicked on it and I mailed a check that I had signed. So I had been aware. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember signing the check for like $7,500 worth of airline tickets. And we have found out that yes, they have cashed the check, but this was a scam. This was fraud.
We literally didn't have money to pay our mortgage on the building.
We've shared the story of how we went to buy a filing cabinet for like $60 because we had no money.
Yeah, and so we raised all this money for this missions trip.
Golly.
And all these parents have already given money, and now we've just been bamboozled out of $7,500.
And in that, man, I learned a lot about trusting and verifying the things that we approve. And then, we ate $7,500 because we had to go ahead and purchase the tickets, and we learned a lot of lessons.
But not only was buying the tickets of that missions trip kind of a disaster.
Yeah.
Struggle City.
Man, it felt like for a minute that like, can Living Church even take missions trips? Because as a parent, I showed up. So like I was trying to be a good leader, let everyone oversee their area. And I showed up as a parent, bringing my kids to this missions trip. And then the person in charge wasn't there. And it was like
the youth pastor's not there.
It was like 15 minutes before they needed to like for sure be driving to the airport in order to be on time. So we had been told to be there like 30 minutes before that, and I'm still waiting.
It's early. It's like 4 a.m. or something. Early,
and we only have this leader, and then we only have like 2 other adult age leaders because there wasn't tons of kids, but there was still enough that we needed these 3 leaders. And I remember turning to these other 2 and being like, you are in charge. I do not know where they are.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home and pack a bag, and I will meet you on this missions trip later.
Yeah.
Because I guess they're not coming, and I guess I'm going on a missions trip.
Because somebody about to get fired today.
And literally in the moment, I was just like, load up and go. Everyone just load up and go. And in the moment that they're loading up and going, there they came.
Yep.
Showing up.
We had a number of times that we've had events that people didn't figure out transport.
Oh, my word.
It's like 3 days before 90 kids are going to camp, and we didn't think about buses or vans or anything.
So many times.
Thankfully, I have a buddy who owns a Party Bus Company.
Shout out, Clint. You're the best.
Party Bus. They literally got stripper poles and hot tubs.
All kinds of things.
This dude's double-decker buses. And so I called him and was like, bro, I need a favor. And so all the other kids are showing up to camp in these bootleg yellow buses with no air conditioning.
Our kids are
Meanwhile,
showing up
here
in
comes
Party
Living
Bus.
Church. Smoke comes out the doors and like lasers and stuff and stripper poles.
But you know what?
But we got him to church camp.
That's true.
And it was he did it for free.
No, I was going to say, I think that's one of our great leadership qualities is being able to turn things that are difficult into what seems like a win. So on the outside, it looked like we took great care of our kids.
Oh.
But the truth was, 5 minutes ago, we didn't know how they were getting there.
But when he showed up, this will show how recent it was. He showed up to an event and he rents the buses, and on the side of the bus it says "Release the Tiger King." Remember the tiger, the tiger guy who's in jail?
Yeah.
And so our kids are going to camp on a bus that says "Release Joe the Tiger King" or whatever the guy's name was.
Well, that's this year. It's been a couple years.
Was that not the fail week?
No, because he's now become.
Oh, now he's just our go-to guy.
Because now it's awesome.
It's awesome.
Don't you want your kid to go to church camp in a party bus, not an un-AC'd school bus?
Yeah, as long as you Lysol down that stripper pole.
Okay.
All right, what else? We got any other questions that have been coming in? Hit us.
Last question. What's an idea that you thought was really good, but everyone else hated it?
Oh.
You want me to go?
I already know what you're going to say because you've talked about it.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It's my fault.
So our kids department wanted to figure out a way to delineate who all was kids workers, which is a good idea.
It is a good
but they didn't like badges because nobody wants to wear a badge and you lose the badge and what do you do? And so I was preaching in Seattle, and while Rachel and I were there on a Sunday, we went to
Judah Smith's church.
Judah Smith's church. It's Judah Smith.
Yeah, if Judah's doing it, everyone should be doing it.
And so we're there, and we're taking the tour, and I meet his kids pastor. And I'm telling you, Judah Smith's kids pastor is the most handsome man I have ever seen in my whole life.
This is about 6 years later, and you still say that.
I'm telling you, this guy walked out, and I was like, there's no way.
I've never heard you talk about a dude
and so as he's giving us the tour, I mean, he looks like, what's the dude who's Thor?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth is their kids pastor.
All right, we should all move to Seattle.
And I'm like, and so he's giving me the tour, and so I tell him we want to figure a way to delineate all our kids workers.
Yeah.
And he's like, stickers. So he gives me and he shows me all their kids workers every week. They have this big sticker that they put on their shirt, and they're different color stickers. And he's like, they're fun. The kids like them. They're super cheap.
Yeah.
And we don't ever lose them. And so I'm like, we're about to be the sticker church.
Yeah.
We're about to put stickers on every one of our kids workers. It's incredible. And so I come to staff meeting and I talk about this handsome man and how great their whole thing is, and the stickers and how cheap they are. And here's the company. And as I'm saying it, all of the people around the table are looking at me like I am an idiot. And I get done, and Whitney's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean no? The stickers are great. No, all of them. And they all start talking about how if you don't pull the sticker off and you wash the shirt, then the gummy stuff is left on the sticker. People don't like it. Then Winnie starts talking about how stickers are trashy.
Yeah, I hate stickers.
You bougie McBouge.
Well, they peel and then they.
So you know what we did? We spent $1 million on T-shirts for all our kids workers.
We actually determined that we could spend.
You got more lipstick.
What is happening to this lipstick?
Winnie got something wrong with his lipstick. Somebody needs to send her some new lipstick because it's happened like 5 times.
I know.
It keeps getting all over her teeth.
What is
hey,
happening?
But I'm a brother from another mother, and so I'm going to help you.
Did I get it?
You got it, but it'll be back though.
God, what's happening?
We're not cutting that out. Keep that lipstick. I've told her 5 times. We got to get some new lipstick up in this mug.
If only lipstick wasn't something that actually represented me as a person. Good grief.
Okay, so stickers.
I think that you got bamboozled by the handsome man. And then we determined that we could get 2 T-shirts per semester for our workers. They could get those 2 for free and wear them on a rotation, and they would actually have more fun. Nobody wants to get their nice clothes messed up anyways.
No, they were way more excited about getting a T-shirt than they were a sticker. But the sticker's definitely cheaper. So, and Judah,
you get what you pay for.
I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't lead it. Judah, I need to bring you in to vision cast my team about the power of stickers.
Maybe.
And that handsome dude, whatever his name is.
Maybe when Judah finds out.
Because all these chicks will definitely be listening to him.
Maybe when Judah finds out that there's stickers at his church, it's about to change.
Oh, yeah, Judah. Yeah, he's going to want to make everyone wear a sweater with a logo embossed on it.
Oh, my word.
Those glasses.
No, I think there's been other times, though, when I've had ideas that are even more serious, like staffing, that I was like, we have to solve this. And this person is going to be the person. And like, I have bought into it before I fully, this is like a super life lesson that I had to learn, but like, they're not the right fit. They're not. But I am like, this is the right person.
Yeah.
And it will be the right person. And thankfully, God just intervenes.
Oh, yeah. We've had people, we've flown them in and interviewed them and talked to everybody. And then it's like, nope.
Nope.
You know what I thought you were going to say?
What?
Charge T-shirts.
Oh, charge T-shirts. Gosh.
We did a series that we were going to give everybody in the church a T-shirt. So we buy 1,000.
Someone put this down so that I know that it's the fail. When people ask me about my fails in life, I can remember.
We buy 1,000 T-shirts.
Hold on. The 1,000 is not my responsibility.
Whose responsibility is that?
Who do you think orders more than we need?
You? How many of these cups? I didn't order this cup. I didn't order this T-shirt.
We both believed that we would have.
We both believe in more.
We both believed that we would have a lot of people that wanted to engage in our giving campaign, not that 100 people would leave every time we do a giving campaign. And so that's what we believed. And so
yeah,
we did order a lot.
But Whitney decides to go with this new brand.
It's not a new brand.
With this brand called Comfort Colors.
Comfort Colors.
Comfort Colors. These T-shirts look like a homeless man wore them for 3 years. They're all stretched out, and they're like oily.
Oily?
Yeah, they're bad.
They're soft?
No, they're bad. And so like all of these boxes, a whole semi-truck shows up full of boxes of these T-shirts, and they all get unloaded in the lobby. I'm like, dude, there are 19 boxes of T-shirts, and I'm all excited because I helped design the logo. Remember, I took a picture of it and sent it to Bailey, and Bailey or Tim, or I don't remember who, somebody makes the logo, and they pull it out, and I'm holding this T-shirt, and I'm like, I hate this T-shirt. Still to this day.
My thought was we're going to wear this T-shirt so often that we should make them cool.
Oh, yeah, they were more money.
And more nice. And so I tried, and I will never.
Our normal T-shirts are like $6.
These were like 10 or something. And so I'm not going to tell you that we still have 4 boxes of those T-shirts.
So we lost money.
Where do these prices come from? Because we've never sold a shirt for $6.
No, we didn't sell it. That's what we bought it for.
We bought it.
That's what it cost us.
We bought it. But
good clarification.
But we, man, I don't know. I thought they were going to be a good win.
T-shirt failed.
I thought that Comfort Color was going to be the new T-shirt of Living Church. Sometimes I still think it should be. We've tried other brands.
I've got a thing that I am scared is going to be a fail.
What?
That's going to happen this Sunday. It's Father's Day. I don't know when we're going to release this podcast, but we're recording this before Father's Day. And instead of doing a big photo booth, we ordered a bunch of cardboard cutouts of like handsome action heroes. And we're just going to put these cardboard cutouts for dudes to take pictures with. And now that we're getting closer, I'm like, this might be kind of corny, and it might not work.
Well, we are bought in, and you are a great vision caster, and I believe in you. So
we'll know soon if this is a good idea or if this is about to be a fail.
Hey, we don't know.
Because it's an experiment.
It is.
And as you're tugging towards more, man, it's better to laugh at yourself than cry all the time.
Yeah. If we took it too seriously, we would have quit a long time ago. But hey, sometimes we win some, sometimes you lose.
Order the T-shirt.
You got to take the risk.
Drive the van through the ditch.
Do it. Yeah. But
break the toilet seats.
Always be on time for the airport.
Yeah. Always be on the Tim.
Whatever you got to do.
All right. If you want a T-shirt, do all the steps, follow the info in the link.
Or buy one.
Hit us up.
They're not Comfort Color.
Hey, here comes that cool music. See ya.